Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to show you how to make go, or people say gao, but the correct pronunciation is go, which means cake. And it's made with mochi flour and coconut milk and sugar, special kind. So I have the batter already made and I use banana leaves. So we're going to cook it in the Instant Pot. But this is how the banana leaves come. And you can see how to make the mochi batter here. And the leaves come like this. They're very big, but they're cut in half. And the ribs, you don't want that because it doesn't bend very much. So I have here a pan that I'm going to line with banana leaves. And I usually cut off the ribs because it's kind of hard. And you have to line it so that there's like 3 or 4 layers because you don't want the go to be leaking out into the pan. You want to hold it in the leaves in that shape. So I have here some already cut. And what I do is I just lay the leaves in and we'll cut them after, so don't worry. And you see they're long enough that I can line the bottom too. And it won't be tight in there until I pour the batter. Then it'll push it all down. Keep on layering the leaves so you have at least 2-3 layers of leaves. So you want to make sure that it's completely lined. There's no gaps in between, otherwise So now I'm going to pour the batter in. Okay. Just pour it in. Now all the leaves are pushed down from the batter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the leaves up to the level of the top of the bowl. Now you have to cover the bowl with foil because otherwise the steam will get in it. Now I'm going to add 6 cups of water into the Instant Pot. And it sounds like it's a lot. But if you don't put enough, one time I didn't put enough and it dried up. So now I have this handy bowl lifter and I'm going to put it in. Now the go has been cooking for 2 hours and this vent has gone down. You have to be careful about that. So now I can open it and use my trusty plate grabber and take it out, because if I had to use my hand and pot holders, I'd probably burn myself. So this is very safe to use and very easy. Presto, it's out. I can take the cover off. Now this is already cooled, and when it just came out of the Instant Pot, when the go was hot, I took it out and I had to sprinkle toasted sesame seeds on it then and press the hungzhou or the red date in the middle. And remember, the sesame seeds represents a lot of children and the red date is for good luck in Chinese. Now the go has completely cooled. And I'm going to lift this out of the bowl. And remember how thickly we lined the bowl with the banana leaves? So this is perfect. You have a shell here. And there's just a little bit of dough in there. So I'm going to put it on a plate and I'm going to trim the edges. Now I'm going to trim off the leaves so it looks nice. To buy this in Chinatown, I'm not sure how much it'll cost, probably about $20. So it's quite expensive when you buy it. And they make it different. And the go that I always see in Chinatown, they never add coconut milk or coconut. So this is special. It tastes good, smells good, and really is attractive. So if you take this to somebody's house for dinner, they'd be very happy and pleased. So this is the finished product, really nice. You see, I can lift it up and the leaves hold it perfectly in place. And it smells really good. I can smell the leaves, I can smell the coconut, and all of the mochi cake. So this is real. It's quite heavy. Let's put it on the scale. So you see, it's about 3 pounds. If you were to buy this, what kind of price would you put on it? But now you can make it yourself. It's quite easy. The only problem is it takes a long time, but the Instant Pot cuts it down from it takes only 2 hours, whereas when I steam it in the big pot, it takes 6 hours. The people who make this a lot, and sometimes they do it for a living, they put it outside in gas or propane stoves and steamers. So their steamers are really big and they can hold several of these. They have different sizes, and sometimes they're as big around as maybe 12, 13 inches across and maybe about 8 inches thick. So this will feed a lot of people. Now, my recipe is such that I can cut it as soon as it comes out. Everybody that I've seen, the ones that I bought from Chinatown, the ones that other people make, they cannot cut it until about 2 or 3 days later. So because the gaus is so soft, they can't even have it like this. They have to leave it set for a while. But I like it fresh. So especially if you're going to a party tonight, you can just take it. Now, you have to use a plastic knife because it doesn't stick. Any kind of mochi, you have to use plastic. If you use a metal knife, it'll stick all over the place. I've taken this to family gatherings and everybody loves it because this is such a treat. Very few people make this anymore. And it's still a little sticky, but it's easy to handle. So when you serve it, if you put it on a plate, individual pieces, you have to separate it with wax paper because otherwise the mochi will stick to itself. Soft but firm. So now I'm going to take a bite of it. And of course, don't eat the leaves. And you can peel off the leaves easily. It doesn't really stick. So just take a piece. Sticky, not too sweet, just right. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Sticky, tasty, and everybody will love it. Have plenty of wet paper towels available because it is kind of sticky to your hand. This is a very special recipe that I've been developing and tweaking for the last 40 years. And I've never given out the secret because there were certain things I said I'm not going to tell anybody. But I'm at the point now where I want to share this with everybody. And thank you to all of you who've made this possible. So now the secret is out and anybody can make it. There are many recipes out there, but none like this. Try it for yourself and go to Chinatown and check out the prices and check out the gaus and see how much they cost. And it's very expensive. So now you can make it. And don't make it in the microwave. Now this is called mochi, but it's not like the Japanese type of mochi where you can put it in the microwave and cook it for a few minutes. Or sometimes people put it in the oven. I never do that. I'm very old school and I want it the real traditional way, the way all my grandparents and all the people coming from China used to make it. So this is the best. Okay, this is how it looks. You can see the inside, you can see all the coconut flakes in it. And it's solid. It's not falling apart. It's not runny. It's sticky, but you still can cut it with a plastic knife very easily. I hope you enjoyed this video as I did making it because I only make this once a year. It's a traditional thing that every year I say I'm not going to make it, but every year I continue to make it because I want to keep the traditions going and I want my children and grandchildren to know all of this. And this is a legacy for life. When I'm no longer here, they can look at it and make it themselves. So if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't, comment, and if you want me to make something, let me know. And don't forget to click that bell notification so you can get the great videos like this one and you can watch it. Thank you for watching. Mahalo.